This is a brief rundown of the Spanish Civil War. The Spanish Civil War was a conflict which lasted from 1936 to 1939. It was caused due to many instabilities in the government of Spain, which had many political radicals holding power. Spain beforehand was going through a troubled period, having lost almost all of its colonies in Latin America and having their economy stagnate behind the rest of Europe didn't help. The king was ousted by leftists in 1931, making the country a republic. In 1936, after years of political radicalization, the Popular Front, a left-wing coalition, was elected to government. The leaders of the Popular Front was a socialist named Leon Bum. Bum and other leftists started to implement policies which heavily damaged the church. Land and assets were seized from the church and the rich. There were also many killings by leftists on right-wing figures, primarily focused on Catholic Church. Due to this dissent, there was quite a few predominantly right-wing groups who wished for the Republic to end. In 1936, many generals in the Spanish army tried to overthrow the government and institute a military dictatorship. This then became the Spanish Civil War. The two sides who fought the war in the government supported the Republicans. The Republicans in the government and the military was supported by the Nationalists. There were also many factions in each camp. The Nationalists had the Falange, the Carlists, and the CEDA, who were united under Francisco Franco. The Falange was a national syndicalist party who wished to turn Spain fascist. The Carlists were monarchists and conservative. They wished for the return of the Spanish King Carlos. The CEDA was a conservative Catholic organization who wished to stop the persecution of the Catholic Church on the Republicans. The Republicans had the International Brigades CNTFAI and the UGT. Not far into the war, the Republican government dissolved the armed forces, fighting the war with only civilian leftist militias. The International Brigades were a group of leftists from other countries, mainly the Soviet Union, who had come to help the Spanish Republicans. They were mostly leftist. The CNTFAA was an anarcho-syndicalist organization who was involved in fighting other Republicans in Catalonia. The UGT was a major Spanish trade union who had taken up arms against the Nationalists. They were mainly syndicalist, socialist, and communist. The Nationalists held much of the northern western part of the country, while the Republicans held the rest. The Nationalists had better organization than the Republicans, also the help of Francisco Franco's Army of Africa, an elite unit which won many major victories. The main battle was in Madrid, Spain's capital. The battle lasted for months, killing thousands. The Nationalists were sieging the city in hopes of capturing it. In 1939 and 1938, the Nationalists advanced and captured the province of Catalonia, the home base of CNTFNI. With the Republicans disorganized, the United Nationalists finally took Madrid. After the fall, most of the international brigades left Spain, and the Nationalists had won. Spain was now controlled by a right-wing government who had restored the monarchy.